Alrighty, hopping on here. Uh, so far I have marked out NRSN as our leading gapper up 83%. One that I'm interested in watching is GNS for the break of the whole dollar at 1. That one's gonna be interesting for me. Another one that I have on watch, XRTX, but it is selling off quite a bit, so I would like to see it back above you up in 150 first. And that's pretty much it right now so far for my watch list. Those three, and possibly STBX, but it would have to get above $4. It's a little bit low volume though. So here we go, 20 seconds to the open. Gonna be watching GNS at the open. Looks like a better setup at the moment. Looking at 85 for a break. Got out at 86. There's 87, 88, 9, out at 87. So I don't usually trade the first minute, but I had a feeling this was going to be a strong candle, so I traded it with small size. Now I'm looking at waiting for the first minute to be done so I can actually have not lag on my orders. Because right now there'll be lag on my orders with the open. Let's look at that candle all the way up to 89 and then back down to 80. But NRSN, look at that. 240. 240 is the spot to watch. And at 15 here, 13, 14, on that dip, watch 24. Watching, cutting it if it goes down more, cutting it. Okay. Not exactly what I wanted to see on the opening candle for NRSN. Okay, GNS back in play. Seller at 86. In here for break at 87. Watching 87.50, watching the break. There's the break, 88. Can we get the break out to 89? 89.70. Out there. Now watching high day break at 90. Watching 90. Can we get that break? God damn. It's whipping around way too much. I'm down on the day now. What was that exit? 84. Jesus. Alright, well. Very unfortunate. Watching break of 40. Out at 44. If it holds up around 40, we can get back in. Only if it holds around 40 though. And at 39 here, watching back over 40. 44 is the high. Watching 44, can we get that break of 44? $43, seller at 43, 8,000 shares. Watching the break of 44. There's 46, out at 45. There's 50, break of 50. So I missed the bigger trade, because I took my scalp. Very big trade, actually. And at 48, watching 50, out at 50. Okay, took a break-even trade there. Tried buying the dip, but it ended up dipping too fast, so I got out before I could take profit. There's 50, back in the 50s. At 54 here, watching 56, 7. Break of 60. There's 66, out at 66. Back to green on the day. Back in, watching 70. Watching 70 here. Oh, cutting it. Seller at 65. Seller at 65. It broke, watching 70 break. Out at 72. Okay, high is 74, high of day is 79. This candle has a lot of volume. We're back to green on the day, that's good. Watching 81 on GNS for red to green. Watch 82. Buyers at 80. Watching 82 here for an ad. Damn. So it's failing. GNS is failing, I guess. Is there anything else that's not failing? XRTX, possibly. Okay, NRSN. At 67 here. Watching break of 70, 72. Okay. This candle's going green. There's 74, 76. Order at 73. Canceling the order, watching break a high a day. Taking off some at 70, playing it safe, and then looking for the high a day. Out at 75 for the rest. Okay, we're tied with high a day right now. There's the break. 10-cent break, look at that. That dip though. 65. And at 62 here. Out. So break even on that dip trade. Break of 20 on XRTX. Of course I get in and it starts flushing. $19. So watching the sellers at 19. They're breaking a little bit. Now watching 20, 22,000 shares there. It's breaking, there's 22. Watch 22. 23, 24, 25. Order out at 24. Orders at 22 to 24. Took the rest off at 20 and 20. AMST is hitting my scans. It's a bit of a penny stock. Let's see how it looks. MST. Could see, maybe. Needs more volume though. Watching 38 break. Watching 38 break. Getting out break even for now. Watching break at 38. Low volume, so I have to worry about these pullbacks. It could be like 4 or 5 cents. Break a 70 here. Small scalp from 69 to 73 on NRSN. MST's not going. I want to switch the sides that they're on. Okay, so 80's the new level right there. That was the pre-market high as well. Low of 66 on this candle. Watching this for maybe a dip. And here's 77, seller at 77. Careful. Watch the seller at 77. Are we not going to get back up there? Selling at 71. Had a low of 65 there. Some selling pressure, definitely. Break of 38 on AMST. Watching that 38 level. Watching the sellers at 38. Adding, watching break at 38. 38.20. 40. Out there at 38.40. It hits 39. Maybe it goes higher. And at 39.30. Trying to get on the ask. No good. Mero Martinez, I trade off the 1 minute time frame, but I use the 5 minute for like general um, slower time frames. So I mainly use the 1 minute for my patterns, but sometimes I'll see like a 5 minute setup as well. So I had the 5 minute chart up as well. Usually I use it for like general trend as well, but I trade mostly off the 1 minute and the level 2 and the time and sales. Good question. Watching break at 39.50 for 40. Watching 40. There's 39.80. There's 40. Big seller at 40, but we're breaking. 42, 41. Out at 39.75 because it broke up to 41, but it didn't show on the level 2. So it was like an order went up over there at 41, but it didn't actually break. Back in now at 40. See if it actually goes to 41. Now we're seeing on the level 2, so it's possible it continues here. 41. Watching 41. Out at 38.50. Unfortunately, AMST is not really, it's not moving like I want it to, so. Let's see, 43 and 48. I don't want to buy a dip on NRSN down here. Just looks good for a recovery. Maybe not though. Would have to get back above 50 pretty quickly. We're gonna break up 42 as this kind of goes parabolic. Taking off half just to be safe. 42.50. Are we gonna get the break? Will it fizzle out here? Watching 42.50. There's 43. Watching 43, break a pre-market pivot. 43.80, got some out at 43.80. There's 44. There's 45. Watching 45 break, there's 47. 48 out there. Watching 48, high a day. Watching 48 here. How are we gonna get that break? Looking for that break of 48, high a day. There's 48, 60, 49 out there, 49. Back in 49. Cutting at 43, 48, 830, $7 loss. Sellers at 49. Back in here for break of 50. There's 52. Watching 53. Out there. So 53. We really want this to hold here around 52. Otherwise the move's kind of dead. 10 seconds left in this candle. Are we going to get back above 51? Back above 51. Come on, close up 51, 52. Not bad of a close. Not good though either. Watching 52 break. Watching 52 break here. Added. Cutting at 50. Gave back 40. Okay, AMST. GNS is also starting to curl back up again. Red to green. 80, 81. Volume slightly lower on this move though. Watching the breakdown of 45 on AMST for a dip buy. And at 44.30. Watching 43. So this dip buy is off the 9 EMA. If it holds 45, 46. Look for a small add. There's 47. It's a high of 47 on this candle. Adding at 47. 500 shares. Watching for 48, 49. Watching 48 here. Adding at 48. Taking some off at 49, 48.50. Watching 49.50. Watching 49.50. Cutting the rest of it, small winner. Watching 82, GNS. Watching 82, 83 is the high of that move. Breaking, there we go. Out at 83.50. Spread's a bit big on GNS, 3 cents. But there are green orders going through around 83, 82 to 90. Gonna get in here at 82, watching 83. Watching 83 for the breakout. Buyers at 83. Watching 83.01. Okay, got out. The buyer at 83 was breaking down before the seller at 83.01 was breaking down, so I got out at 83. NRS cents attempting to break back above VWAP. I'm not going to trade that trade, but I am watching it on the side charts for a potential rip back up. Okay, watching VWAP here is 42 on AMST. So watching 42. It's definitely breaking down here. How low does it go though? I don't want it to break VWAP here. In here, 43. Looks like it's holding VWAP for now. Can't get back above 43. Cutting it for now. Break even. And there it goes. Seller 43.50. Watching that seller at 43.50. GNS 43 or 83. Watching 83 on GNS. Right at 81.40. Average is 82. Can I get back above 82? Watching 82 on GNS. Sellers around 81. Gotta get out here. It's not looking like it wants to get back above 82. So GNS is definitely our, we don't have it down. So we got back above VWAP here on NRSN. I have 62. Watching break of 43, AMST. Watching 83 or 43.50. Can we get the breakout above 43.50? Out flat. Back in here, watching 43.60. Feels like it wants to go up to 44. Out there at 74. 43.74. Hmm. Break of 45, big seller. We're gonna break that seller. There's a monster seller at 85 on GNS. Waiting for it to break and we'll add. So watching 85 here. Looking for that break. 88 out there at 87. Nice win. Back in here, 87. Watching for 88. Back in 87, watching 88. Out at 87.25. Back in 87. Now watching 88. Watching 88 here break. Out at 89. There's 97. Jesus. I was holding that. And if I was holding that. Jesus. In here 84. Or 94. Out for now. Break even trade there. $83, $93. So in at 93. Out at 94. Back in 95. Can we see a break in 95? Looking at the seller. 94.90. Added down there at 92. High of this candle, 95. Cutting at 92 before it dips any lower. Try getting a dip there at 88, no fill. So got filled 38 shares at 52. 89.52. Gonna cut them break even. I have 45 on AMST. Watching 92, GNS. Back out, break even. So sellers at 91. Back in here, 91. 90.50. Cutting at 91.20. $82.50, we're in. Watching 83.84 for the breakout. So we hit 94 for a second there. Can we break back above 93? So buyer at 92. There's 93 on the ask. Buyer at 92. Cutting it. Buyer left us. Pushing back over 90. Back over 90. Are we gonna get it? There's 91. $91, 90, 91.50. Taking off my position. NRSN popping back up. And at 57, watching break of 60. Break of 60 here. 62, there's a big seller. Out at 61. So big seller at 62. See if it breaks. 63 now. It's big seller at 63. Out at 57. Okay, and at 61, watching that 63 level. That seller. Watching that seller 63. It's going. 65. Nope, no fill. Out at 57. Look at that dump. And at 48. Can we get back above 50? Nope. So I'm gonna get rid of NRSN. Get back 30 just now, 20? 20. 23. So the breakout on GNS was from 88 to 98, and it happened pretty much instantly. So right now we're having that pullback to 88, and if we can start curling back up, this break of 95 should lead to a break of 1. Should lead. Doesn't mean it has to, but it should. Because when you see that pop, like, when you get a breakout and then you get that pop that's unexpected, like a 10-cent pop on a sub $1 stock, usually it does retrace that move if it doesn't halt up immediately. It usually retraces that move and then tries to make it again, but slower. Because it's kind of like a false move. It kind of got up there, but then selling pressure came in. Watching for a possible break of 89 and 90. There's a stab right here. Out at 89, watching 90. Try to take some off at 89.90. Still have the order out. There we go. There's 92. Adding some for the break of 92. Taking it off the table here. Very nice trade there. Watching 93. Taking the small loss on it. Back in 93. 94 actually. Out at 95. Watching this break of 95. So now it's curling back up. Can we get that break of 95 up to 90, 98? And then $1. Break of 95 here. Cutting it. Didn't really go the way I wanted it. And now it's flushing back down to 90. Big spread opening up. So when I wanted it to break 95, I wanted it to go 97, 99, and then 1. But it just went 95.60. Watching 93 and starter size 92.70. Adding at 94.50. Watching 95 here. Second attempt. Out there 93.70 break even. Back in 94.20. 94.70 is the high there. Watching 95 break. There's 96. Can we get 97? Can we get 97 here? Watching 97, 98. High a day. Watching 98. Cutting it. 97. And back in 97. Watching 97. Cutting at 96.50. Lost $5 on that trade. Okay, so we hit a high of 98 almost there. This really looks like it wants to break out. Just need to give it that room to do so. Low of 92.50 there. So I'm really watching this for that break of $1. Should lead to a big winner. Okay, we're getting some buying pressure there. Starter size 95.20. Looking for an ad at 96. There's 97. Can we get the break of 97? 98, there's 99. Watching 99. There's the break. There's the break that we wanted. Got filled at 99. In there, 99. Can we get back above 1? Back above 1 here. Watching 1. There's 2. Can we get 3? Add up 1. Watching 94. Or 104. So there's seller at 105. Add at 103. Watching 94, 95. Watching that seller at 105 come down. So 105. Watching 106 here. 105 looks like it's gonna break. Out some at 107. Out some at 109. Add there 108, watching 110. Watching 110 here. Cutting it 105. Just playing it safe. Okay, 102. Big sellers at 103. Sellers at 103. Pulled his order, so I'm back in 102. Back out. Oh wow, what a bad fill. 98.60. Bad fill. Ay ay ay. So back below 500. We were at like 580 for a second, I think. Wow. Gave back 80 bucks in the last two trades, huh? So we're back over one. That's good. It's good for the longevity of this move. There's lots of selling pressure up in 101, 102, 103 area though. Back in at 1. So watching 103 this time for a break. Add at 102. Watching 103. 4, 5. Took some off at 5. Only got filled 50 shares. Getting filled the rest there. There we go. Now watch 110 here. 110. There's 108. 106. So 5 on the ass. Adding here for a break of 108 and then looking for 110. Taking some off at 107. Taking the rest off at 106. Watching 107 break. Cutting it for now. Waiting for that seller to come down just a little bit more. And at 104. Buyers at 103, they're failing. Out at 102.50. Starter 103. There's 5. Sellers at 5. Out at 4. Big buyers and sellers. More sellers though. Big seller 103. And at 102, 2,000 shares. Watching these sellers at 105 this time. Taking off half at 104. Back in 105. Watching 106, 7. May get 7 here. There's 7 for a moment. May get 7 for a little bit more. Out some at 106. Buyers at 105 stepping in. Out at 105. Okay, it looks like I might be rejecting 1 here. Big buyers at 1. I don't think they're holding. No, they're not. Maybe a little bit. They're holding a little bit. I think I want to wait for the break of 110 now. I just don't want to catch like a 5-cent drop on 2,000 shares, lose $100. Okay, watching these sellers, 103. Starter at 101. It is holding 1 for now. Don't mind taking a $10 loss if we see the 1 starts to break. This is a very nice entry for the move back to 110. Watching 104. Out at 104. There's 105. 6. Big seller at 6. Taking some off at 5 while we can. Is it gonna break 6 here? I don't think so, not yet. So out at 5. So careful buying here with that big seller at 106. Only a starter here, 105, watching 16, 7, watching the break at 110 here. It's false break, 1 second. Hasn't broken yet. Watching 107. Watching that seller 107. There's 108, watch 110 here. Break of 110, no good, out at 107. Back in 107.50. Seller 109. Come on, get 108, 110. Out at 107 as it broke down. That break of 110 is stressful. It's not breaking. There's these sellers coming in that just stuff out the move right before it happens, like the millisecond before we get that break of 110. Big seller comes in. A break even trade there. In at 104.50, out at 104.50. So big seller is 105. Watch one here. It has to hold one. Okay, watching. Is it gonna hold one here? Buyers at 102. Starter 103. Watching this for 105. Watching 105. Are we gonna break 105? Out at 104 for now. Sellers at 105 are proving tough to break. Got 50,000 shares there at 105. The buyers are holding it up pretty nicely, but it might fail here. Range is getting tight, which usually means it's going to break out either way. Break out or break down. That's what happens when a tight range happens. It's breaking 103 right now. I see, what are you buying today? I think that's maybe the thing that's maybe the most money today is GNS. Was a penny stock gapping up. Had a pre-market high of 92. We were looking for a break of the whole dollar of 1. Okay, it's breaking down 101. If it breaks 1 here, I'll probably call it a day. Because back below 1, I don't want to see it there. Okay, watching 1. Will it hold? Watching the buy versus the sell. Breaking 1. Okay, back below 1. Selling pressure continues. Watching 98. Just wait, watching that sell side. Back in, 99. Watching 101. Watching 101. We did get a wave of buying there at 99. Back out 99.50. Back in at 1. We get 101. Out at 1. Sellers at 101. Watching for a buy through those sellers. In here 101. Back out. Flat trade. Watching that sell side again, see if we get that pot. Watching the ask size. Back in for the pop through, 101. There's 102. Took off half at 102. Buyers building up at 101. This could break. There's 104. Buyers at 102. They're gone, so back out at 102. Buyers at 101. Back in here 102. Okay, high of 104 on this candle. This could get back up. Out at 104. Watching 105. Watching 105. Took some off at 104. Watching 105. There's 106. 7. Cutting the rest at 104.50. Watching the seller at 106. $30,000 shares. Coming back down just a bit. It's very possible this breaks 110. That's why I'm sticking around for it. Buyers at 103. And at 104. Watching 105 break down. Out at 104. Okay, maybe a pullback to 1 here. See if we have some buyers down at 1. And at 104. Back out, 103. Back in 105. Watching 106.7 here. Closing it. Small win. So 107's not budging right now. Watching 106 for the break. Few break-even trades there, like 3 break-even trades. Trying to time 107 break. Watching 105. Sellers there stacked. Buyers stacked at 104. Stacking my orders at 105. Watching 106 break here. Watching 106, can we get that break? Okay, cutting it, took a $30 loss there. Buyers at 103. Sorry I'm not answering chat questions right now, I'm just really trying to focus on this breakout, see if it gets to 110. Hase, how much money did you buy GNS for right now? I'm using 1 to 2,000 shares on my position, $1 stock, so $1 to $2,000 per trade. Lays, what's up? Are you familiar with interactive brokers? I'm aware that they exist. I haven't ever used them though. So if you're asking if I've used them, I have not used them. Watching 99. In at 1. Okay. Small trade there. GNS. Break-even trade there at 102. Saw some buyers step in, but they instantly pulled their orders, so I had to get out. So I'm really chopping around here in this area, just kind of waiting for that breakout, but it's a bit hard to time it because it's very heavy. It's stacked to both sides. There's lots of buying, lots of selling. So it's very hard to time when that breakout's going to happen. Because you need to know when it's going to break all those walls of sellers. Oh, there's sellers at 102 right now. There's probably sellers at 103, 4, and 5 as well. So you have to get through all those walls in order to get the actual breakout to happen. Buyers at 1. Looks like it's breaking 1 here. Where is it going to stop dropping? I think it goes lower than 99 this time. Sellers at 99.17. So it's pushing it down. 98. Back in 99, watching 101, 102. Buyers at 1. Lots of buyers at 1, so watching 102. Taking off a quarter at 102. Watching 103. Can we get the break 103? Not yet, so getting out some more at 102. Now watch 103. We do have buyers at 1 as our stop. Buyers at 2 now. Out at 102. At 102, watching the buyers at 101. Adding at 102. Buyers at 102 now. There's 104. Trying to take half off the table at 104. Can we get filled? Nope. Having to cut it for a $20 loss. So buyers are at 101. Watching 105 here. Cutting that trade. Took a few bigger losses. NRSN is popping up. 65 is the breakout level. That's where it failed last time. Buyers at 103. Starter size. Adding at 105. Can we get 106 here? Out at 104, break even. Buyers at, or sellers at 105. Sell wall there. Okay, breaking down one. In at 101 with support at 1. Add at 101.50. Sellers at 102. Cutting at 101. Starter size here, 1. Cutting it. Break even. Watching if it holds 1 here. It's breaking down a little bit. It's breaking down. Yeah, it's breaking down. You see these two numbers here, right here and here? That's what I'm looking at right now. Because the level 2 is too thick to see what's going on, so I'm looking right here, these two numbers. If this one gets bigger when this one gets smaller, it's going down. If this one gets bigger and this one gets smaller, it's going up. Right now it's going down. Yeah, big sell wall there. 100,000 share seller. So no way we're getting through that right now. Unless we get up a huge, huge buyer. So 40,000 shares versus 70. But it is getting sold through. Or it's getting bought. It's kind of tough to tell. Volume's down. Ooh, volume's dying out a little bit. That's what's happening. Didn't even take a look at the chart. Was so focused on level 2. Volume's dying out, but we are getting a pop here. So missed a pop there. Buyer at 101. Okay, in it here at 101.50. Looking for a break of 103. Order to take profit at 105. I'll move it down to 104. Cutting at 103. Buyers at 101. Starter at 101.50. Cutting at 102.50. Buyer 101. Are we gonna hold that buyer? Watching the sell size at 102. Looks like 101's failing for now, maybe. Yeah. Oh, wait. In here, 101.50. There we go. Watch 104 here. Out at 103 and 102.50. It's got 1,000 shares out at 103, 1,000 shares out at 102.50. sellers at 104. I would have to wait for another big buy wall in order to buy, or for these sellers to clear out. Those are the two conditions. If I'm getting a buy wall, I'll go in with 2,000 shares. If I have to just wait for these sellers to clear out, I'll just go for 1,000 shares. So watching to see if we get a buy wall build. Hase, is this my full-time job? Um, I'd like it to be. Currently, I DoorDash on the side, Instacart, all those gig apps. Because I'm a full-time student right now. So full-time student, in my third year. So almost done with university. But yeah, so I'm doing this. I'd like it to be my full income by the time of like by the time the first quarter of the year is over. I'd like this to be my full income. That way I can better focus on school without having to do other extra work. There's the breakout 107. That sell wall at 107 still not budging. There we go. Watch 108, 9, 10, 13, out there at 17. There's the halt at 19. So halt up at 19. Is it not gonna halt? Try getting a dip there at 105. No fill. Back in at 115. Looking for 119. Halt level up. Out at 117. Back in at 17. Watching 19 break. Halt level should have moved up now. Back out 15, 16. Back in. Does 15 hold here? Watching break of 19 and 20. 17 buyers. So watching break of 20. Out at 16 for now, taking the loss. Damn, I wish I had 2,000 shares on that pop. I only had 1,000. And at 14. Watching that seller at 15. Out at 13, 1250. The seller at 15, still holding. And at 14, watching seller at 15. That seller at 15 breaking down. Buyers are backing up 14. 15 breaking down, watch 17. Trying to take some off at 17 as we break up. Watch 19 here. Watch 19 on the break of 17. Trying to take some off at 19 and 21. Buyers at 17. God filled some at 19. Filled some at 18. Rest out 1550. At 19. Out at 17. Hey, what's good, trading farmer? Trying for 4 figures today, maybe? I don't want to push it too much. Okay, maybe a dip here to 13 before we go up to 19. In there, 17, watching 19. Seller at 19. Are we gonna break this time? Yep, there's 21. Out at 21. The halt up should be soon. We hit the halt level at 19 before. So I'm watching closely for this to halt up. 22. Taking half off at 21. Watching 24, 25. Out the rest at 22. Watching 24. Cutting it. Back in 22. Watch 24 here. Sellers at 24. Cutting it. Break of 24. There's 26. Oh, God, so close. Bringing share size down a little bit. Back in for the break of 27. Okay. Watching a dip here, 22. Buyer or sellers at 24. They thinned out though. Starter size 24. Watching sellers at 25. Sellers at 25 thinning. Cutting it for now. But sellers are building up. Watching a dip here. Not yet. Need to see some buyers. Not yet. At 20. Low 19 actually. Watching 21, 22. Got filled half 22. Out of it 21. And with that, with that, we have our first $1,000 day. Best day ever. I'm gonna call it there. I don't care. I do not care if this thing keeps going. I am calling it there. Wow. After commissions, I'm probably only up like 950 because I did overtrade a lot today, but god damn. Thank you guys. 980 after commissions. 980. So good. Commissions as in just like SEC and FINRA fees. Everyone pays those, even with free commission brokers. Let's see here. Yeah, definitely better than dashing. Alright, I'm gonna export these trades. Looks like a wow, look at that. Okay. Whew. I can breathe now. I was holding my breath that whole time. And now that I'm not trading, my stomach is starving. I did not eat breakfast. Oh my god. Big things to come this year. Big things to come. Importing these trades here. Okay. Let's go here. Alright, trades are imported. There we go. We are at 1,800. We are at 1,800 on the year. Goal for this month was 2,000. We still have, let's see, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trading days left. So we're most likely going to exceed the goal. Okay, win rate is a little bit more up today, or this is in general. So win rate is up. Profit loss ratio is staying pretty decent. Profit factor is great. Wow, look at this roller coaster. I had a tough week last week getting used to the new size. This is my week last week. And then this week has been wonderful. Let's see here. Overview, year to date, weekly. So yeah, last week we lost $340. This week we're up 1,400. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It's like, it's so surreal, like it's actually happening. I spent 2 months just fully focusing. November and December of last year, I spent those 2 months fully focusing on what I am best at. And all of a sudden, There we go. There it is. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Wow. Ah, my God. Jonathan, sorry I missed your question earlier. How did you learn? Relatively new. Are you using price action? Yes, yes. So my strategy's 100% based off of price action, technical analysis, and patterns. So basically, during this move right here on GNS, um, you can't really see a good entry on the chart. I mean, you could see one maybe here, like a dip buy here at 112, maybe a 1 minute candle make a new high at 116. I probably took those trades, but I was doing so on the time and sales, the level 2, and a little bit of the ladder here. Only reason I used the ladder for GNS specifically was because the level 2 was so crowded that I couldn't really see. I can't really count all these numbers that fast, like 90 plus 70 plus 40. I'd rather just look, okay, there's 340, or 34,000 shares on the ask. So that's the one good thing about the TOS ladder, is you can definitely see, okay, there's 32,000 shares on the bid right now, instead of counting up 80, 80, 30, 30. So usually I would just use the level 2 though, because it's not as stacked on my normal stocks. But this one was lower price, so there was a lot more volume. In terms of price action, I'm looking at kind of like the wave of momentum, the flow of it between the bid and the ask. So if that makes sense, I'm like watching to see if the bid size is increasing as the ask size is decreasing. And then if that's happening, we're usually going to get a push up. Same thing in reverse. Thank you, Dale. It's been a great day. And GNS, yes, I will be trading with caution tomorrow. Because last week, or first day back in January, I had a $700 day. This is my best day before. And then I followed it up with another $250 day, and then I had a red streak. So yes, I will be trying to make sure I keep on to those profits. There's 125 on GNS. My hands are off the keyboard. I'm not trading this anymore. I don't care if it keeps going to 130, 140. I am done. Later on I'll be able to push these days higher, but that's because I'll be used to them. But right now I'm not used to it, so I don't wanna screw it up. How did I learn? Jonathan, I started back in June or April of 2022. Between April and June of 2022, COVID had just started. I was I was I was teaching martial arts. I worked for my dad back in the day. I was teaching martial arts from home on Zoom, and in between lessons, I would watch Ross trade on YouTube. Ross Cameron, Warrior Trading. And then from there, I took the, let's see, I was watching him for all of his June, July, when he was having his best month ever, back in 2020. The market was super hot. I was watching all these huge green days. I was like, maybe I could do this for a living. And I was always interested in the markets. Like from middle school, I was interested in the markets. But I never had enough capital in order to actually see if I can do anything with it. I think in May of 2020, I took some Robinhood trades with like $100 just to see if it was like possible to make money. I made like $10, lost another 15, another 10, basically small numbers. And then in September of 2020, my girlfriend and I, we gathered $2,000 to invest in my education for this. So I bought Ross's course at a discount.
with the chat room and the simulator and all that. And it was pretty good content for what it was worth, and it definitely sped up my learning curve. But I will not say that Ross's course is what made me profitable. So it was good for learning the everything from scratch. So if I had to do it all from scratch, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could have the patience to do it. So having a mentor is great for that reason. It gets you off your feet a little bit faster. And so yeah, I used his course to kind of get familiar um, with the strategies that he trades profitably. And I used the simulator alongside it from September 2020 to um, no end of November 2020. So for 3 months, I was in the simulator for 3 months, and I think during that time, I forget. Let me see on my trader view. 2020. Let me see here. I'm starting to forget. TDA. Let's see. Sim. Warrior Trading Sim. TD Ameritrade Sim. Yeah, so from September 2020 to December, I was in the simulator in Warrior Trading. And then, but the thing is I wasn't treating it. I wasn't treating it like real money, and so it pretty much ended up being pointless for me to use a simulator. And I couldn't figure out. I couldn't. I couldn't trade properly with the simulator because I couldn't attach it to anything, which sucked because if you can use a simulator, you should, and you should be learning and losing in the simulator. But for me, it just wasn't a possibility. I had no um, connection with the money, no connection with the loss or the wins. And I think I didn't even trade properly in the simulator. I would buy halts while they were halted, which is not allowed in regular trading. Um, and also 2020 was just a great year for trading. So if you bought pretty much anywhere, you would be up. But I went live in December of 2020 at CMEG Capital Market Elite Group, which is the broker that Ross suggests. But I would not personally trade with them again because of the high commissions that they offer. Look at this thing; it's all the way up to 140, just like I said it would. um, Little bit of FOMO, but I'm so satisfied. I'm gonna cover it though, just because, just because I don't want to get tempted. But I traded in the simulator, went back to the simulator after losing. Let's see, let's go CMEG here. Oh, CMEG. You can see here 2020. First day trading live, I lost 2 grand. And funny thing is I was actually up almost $500 on that first day of trading live. But because I was trading with large numbers in the simulator, I had no attachment to that $500. Um, it was like, oh well, I can make 2,000 because I make 3,000 a day in the simulator, but I really didn't make 3,000 a day in the simulator. It was fake money. Um, so first day going live, I lost 2,000 because I got greedy. I would stick around for, let's see, this is 2,000 1,000 shares, 50-cent drop, holding for 2 minutes. That's not good. This one, 30-cent drop in 21 seconds. So it looks like I'm trading the backside of the move maybe, getting stuck on a flush. Anyway, basically, this is my first day live, and it sucked. It really did. I'm still not break even with with trading. I'm still down in the hole. This year I should get out of the hole though and start making money. But yeah, CMEG, I started in November, put 3,000 in, lost 2,000 of it on the first day. Had to put more money in, and then continued losing it throughout December. This is my best day before this month. I think. Yeah, this is my best day before this month. And it was followed by, I mean, the learning curve was tough. It took 2 years of losing money at Capital Market Elite Group, CMEG, and in doing so, it was a frustrating learning experience because on these days that I was green, I'd only be up like half the amount. I'd be up $40 here, I'd be up $100 here. But on the days where I'm red, I'm down 200 because of the commissions. So I'm green here, but I'm actually only green $250. So this day and this day are pretty much the same because of those commissions at CMEG, which is why I'll never recommend them to a new trader. So after losing, let's see, $5,000 at CMEG, and then if you include the commissions, it's probably closer to 7 or 8,000. After finally losing all that money at CMEG, I stopped trading with them at the beginning of the year here. Let's see, 2022, beginning of 2022, not CMEG. Right, does that work? No. Does that work? No, it doesn't work. How do I make it to where it's not CMEG trades? At least one. I guess I could go TD Ameritrade and trade 0. But yeah, so after stopping with CMEG, I went to trade 0 for a little bit and TD Ameritrade. Had a small break-even month, a couple months of green in a row. This is on small size. I upped my size in July of 2022, and then had a few large losses. I still had an issue at that point in time of averaging down on losing trades, which cost me a lot of money. I've fixed that mistake since. I cut my trades pretty fast now to avoid that problem. And yeah, so since October was the last month that I was at TD Ameritrade using large size. I said, you know what, screw it. If I can't make money on this size, I have no business trading with it. So I just lowered my size down, with 100 shares being my max size, and my average size being around 20 to 60 shares. I was looking for $20 to $30 days. First month of doing so, focusing on just the process of how I trade in the day. So like setting up those rules where it's like, okay, if you're up $15, don't go back below $10. Don't go back to 0 after being up $15 on the day. So setting rules like that, giving yourself a trailing stop on the day. So today, if I wanted to push it further, I could have set a stop at $900 and then pushed higher, and then if I hit a 900, I'd have to stop. I could have done that, but I just want to lock it in, have it be a great day. So November and December. December is less just because I took a vacation during December. If you guys don't recall, December I took a vacation from the 15th to the beginning of January this month. But up until then, I was still maintaining those stats. So November, I would say November 3rd is my turning point. Until, let's see, November until December. Look at those stats. I had a profit factor of 1.26, Bit of a negative profit loss ratio, but high accuracy made up for it. And my average daily gain was $22. So I increased my size by 5 times the amount in January. And so I was expecting about an average daily gain of $110 if all the stats held up. Right now, we are sitting at, on the year, average daily gain of 200. And GNS just keeps going. Look at this. I have it on the side monitor. Look at that. So from 125 is where I stopped trading it. It's at 164. Wow. It's insane. This moved down from 80. It's a 100% move since it started moving. And it was already up 100% on the day. It's up 200% now. It's insane. It's too late to trade now though. It's too extended for me. But yeah, it's an amazing day. Look at that. Under $2 is where all my profit is. The price of the stock, under $2. But that's because I'm using a lot larger size on under $2 stocks. I'm using 1 to 4,000 shares versus 3 to 500. Time of day. Looks like I like to catch these opening rallies where it goes red in the morning. And then usually the stocks will have like a red to green move. I catch those red to green moves pretty nicely, it looks like. This data could be skewed by those 2 big green days. Especially this data. This data is skewed because of those 2 green days were both on stocks under $1. See, both Swivel and GNS were under $1. Alright, well, I am gonna go and enjoy the rest of my day. I have some studies to do. Not for stocks, but just for regular school. Yeah. I'm very, very happy. I will have a great day tomorrow. Just playing it easy. Looking to shoot for 150 to 200 tomorrow. Keep it small. How much did I make today? Is not showing anymore. It's up there in the top right hand corner, right here. You can see it there. That's the total for today. After commissions and SEC fees, it's like $9.80. So about $26 in fees. All right. Take care, everybody. Thank you for all participating and enjoying the stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Friday. All right.